Did you know that over 70% of the US music market is now dominated by old songs? That's right, songs that are at least 18 months old are outselling and outstreaming almost everything new. It's a staggering statistic that signals a massive shift in how we consume music. This isn't just about your parents' record collection making a comeback. It's a full-blown battle for relevance, where the past seems to be winning. So, what's going on? Is new music losing its magic? Or is there something special about the old school that we just can't get enough of? Let's dive deep into the silent war between yesterday's hits and today's charts. First, let's talk about the undeniable power of old school music. The biggest factor here is nostalgia. Music is a time machine. When you hear a song from your youth, it doesn't just bring back a melody. It brings back memories, feelings, the scent of your high school gym, the taste of your first coffee. It's a powerful emotional trigger. Think about hearing a song like Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody or Michael Jackson's Billie Jean for millions. These aren't just tracks, they're the soundtracks to their lives, connected to first loves, road trips, and moments of pure joy. This emotional connection creates an unbreakable bond. The music becomes part of our personal history, and we revisit it to relive those precious moments. It's a comfort, a familiar friend in a world that's constantly changing. This deep-seated connection is something new music struggles to compete with, simply because it hasn't had the time to build that same history with us. But it's not just about memories. There's a level of musical craftsmanship in older songs that many people feel is missing today. Back then, recording an album was a major undertaking. Budgets were high, studio time was precious, and musicians were often at the peak of their craft. Think about the intricate instrumentals in a Pink Floyd album, the complex harmonies of the Beach Boys, or the raw power of a Led Zeppelin riff. These songs were built with layers of real instruments played by virtuosos. The songwriting was often a deep, narrative process, aiming to create a cohesive artistic statement, not just a 3-minute hit. Artists spent months, even years, perfecting a single album. This dedication to the craft resulted in music with incredible depth and texture. When you listen to a classic soul track from Motown, you can hear the entire Funk Brothers band working in perfect sync, creating a sound that's rich, organic, and full of life. It's this musicality and artistry that gives these songs their timeless quality, allowing them to be appreciated by new generations of listeners who are discovering the magic of analog sound and complex composition for the first time. Now, let's flip the coin and look at the challenges facing new music. The modern music industry operates at a blistering pace. The pressure is on to go viral, to create a hit that can dominate TikTok for a week. This has led to a major shift from creating cohesive, thoughtful albums to churning out a constant stream of singles. It's a strategy of quantity over quality. Many new songs feel like they were redesigned by a committee to be as catchy and inoffensive as possible, often following a predictable formula. While this can lead to massive short-term success, it also means that many of these tracks lack the depth and staying power of older classics. They hit hard and fast, but they also fade just as quickly, replaced by the next viral soundbite. The focus is on immediate gratification, not on building a lasting legacy. As a result, listeners might enjoy a new song for a few weeks, but they rarely form the deep, emotional connection that makes them want to return to it years later. It's a fast food approach to music in a world that might be craving a gourmet meal. Another huge hurdle for new artists is the very platform that gives them a voice: streaming services. You do think that platforms like Spotify and Apple Music would be a paradise for new music discovery, and in some ways, they are. But their algorithms can be a double-edged sword. These algorithms are designed to keep you listening, and the easiest way to do that is to serve you something you already know and love, or something very similar. This creates a feedback loop. When you listen to a classic rock playlist, the algorithm learns you like classic rock and serves you more of it. Playlists like all out 70s or 80s smash hits have millions of followers, and are constantly updated, keeping older music in heavy rotation. This means that established, time-tested hits are often favored over brand new, unproven tracks. For a new artist, breaking through this algorithmic barrier and getting recommended alongside giants like the Beatles or Fleetwood Mac is an uphill battle. They are not just competing with other new artists. They're competing with the entire history of recorded music, which is now more accessible than ever before. So, where do we go from here? Is this the new normal? A future where the charts are forever haunted by the ghosts of music past? Or can new music find a way to reclaim its ground? It's not a simple question. This trend could be a permanent shift, reflecting a desire for the comfort and perceived quality of old art in an uncertain world. The sheer volume of available music, old and new, is overwhelming, and many listeners simply retreat to the familiar. However, I don't think new music is down for the count. The answer for new artists might lie in rejecting the current trend of disposable singles and returning to a focus on quality and innovation. We're already seeing a resurgence of interest in vinyl and full album experiences, suggesting that there is an audience that craves more than just a fleeting viral hit. Artists who take risks, who focus on storytelling and creating a unique sonic world, are the ones who will cut through the noise. Think of artists like Billie Eilish or Tyler, the creator, who have built dedicated fan bases by offering a distinct and authentic vision. The future of music isn't about beating the old school at its own game. It's about creating something so new, so compelling, and so artistically rich that it forces us all to listen. It's a challenge, for sure, but innovation has always been the lifeblood of music. The next revolution in sound might be just around the corner. What do you think? Are you listening to more old music or new music these days? Let me know in the comments below. I'm really curious to hear your take on this. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss our next video. See you next time.